Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I am Shy over here on Shy's Coinage, and today we're gonna be hopping in to do our August monthly budget. I'm on a mission to make my videos to make sure my videos aren't too long, because I think I've said this before, but I'm not the biggest fan of editing long videos. Like, a video starts hitting 25 to 30 minutes and I do not want to edit that thing. So I try to keep them short, but that doesn't always work because I do this, I just start rambling. So I'm going to try my best not to ramble as much in this one. So yeah, we're gonna hop in, we're gonna do our August budget. Today is actually August 1st, so I am behind on recording this, and today is actually my payday and my husband's payday. This is a month where technically we get paid 3 times. We get paid on the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th. I think it is. Something like that. But I am only considering 2 checks for August for myself, 4 for my husband because he is paid weekly, 2 for me because I'm paid bi-weekly. So that check that comes on the 29th, I'm just going to push that into September because it's basically going to cover all of the chunk beginning of September bills. And the way our budget is kind of working right now, I know a lot of people, like, on a month where they get 3 checks, they can kind of maneuver it to where 1 check is a little bit free. Well, it doesn't quite work that way for us because we're not where we need to be. I'm trying to get us there so that maybe in the future we can start feeling like those checks actually are like, oh cool, we get to play with these type of things. But for right now, they are not. So when I started writing these out, I was writing it out in the marker, and I just felt like it was a little too smudgy. I did add some click art markers, I think they are. They're like a thinner tip to my Amazon cart that I think I'm going to order, because I do like the way that the marker shows up on the screen, like you can see it versus the pen. But anyway, so here, we're going to start here for our inflow. Ty, that is my husband, I did do ×4 so that I know that we are using 4 checks for him this month. And since I already know what his check is, since I already know what he put in a joint account today, I am going to do 965 plus 965 plus 965 plus 1,000, because he put 1,000 in there today. But on the regular, his go-to number is 965. Sometimes he'll do more, so he did more this time around. So we're gonna write our budget for $38.95. I didn't want to not include today because I already knew what it was, and I'm like, I just include that, and then we'll see how the rest of the weeks play out. I'm planning on doing 1020 a check, so that's gonna be $2,040. And then this here is for my personal money. So this is what I put into the joint account. So these two go hand in hand. And then these two are my personal money, essentially. And so I do already know that I had $585 left over this check because I worked overtime. But on the regular, it's about, let's see, we'll just do 280 plus 585 for 865. And then other, I always budget 0 because I never know what I'm going to want to do. So we'll do 38.95 plus 2040 plus 865. That is $6,800. Okay, so then we'll hop down here to talk about our fixed expenses, which is any of the bills. Our mortgage, we do $543 a week. So since 4 checks, so I know it's 4 weeks. We'll be doing $2,172. Did I do that right? 543 times 4. $21.72. I always thought it was $21.70. I guess not. I guess I've been writing it wrong this whole time. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Our second mortgage is $98. Our T-Mobile, I do believe it should go up this next one. So it's gonna be $320, I believe. Ted's is our trash service, that's $25. This is Cat One car is my husband's car note, that's $332. CarMax is my car note, that's gonna be $720. Google is our internet service, that's $86. State Farm is the car insurance, that's gonna come in at $308. And then Evergy is our electric for the home. I believe this is about $115. Spire is our heating for the home. I'm going to say about $40. Then water, that's the water in the home. And sewer. We're going to do 70 and 100 because that's normally what I do. So we're just going to go with that. And then all of our subscriptions for the month is $208.11, which might be going down because we were talking about it today and I am considering getting rid of Hulu. So we will see how that goes, because I don't really feel like any of us really watch it anymore. We do have the bundle, so it's the Hulu, Disney, ESPN bundle. We really don't do much with ESPN. Disney, the kids watch Disney, and Hulu really used to be, for me, I was kind of big on Hulu, but I don't really watch it much anymore myself. So I was talking to my husband about it today, and I told him that I either wanted to completely get rid of it or at least take the tier down, so that it's not so much every month. Okay, so when we add all those up, the bills come to $4,594.11. So then we're going to subtract that from the $6,800, and that's going to leave $2,205.89. Okay, so then we have our groceries, and right now we're doing groceries at $175 a week. That is $700 a month. We're doing essentials at $25 a week, so that's $100 a month. That might go up. Who knows? We just kind of play everything ear by ear. And I'm going to skip over right here where it says everyday expenses and subscriptions, because this is for my personal budget. So I'm just going to do everything that's for the joint so we can figure out exactly what we're doing for that first. Okay, so then we have our Capital One. This is the debt section, obviously. Capital One credit card, that is my personal one, and the minimum payment is $25 on that. And then we have our the Capital One credit card, that is our joint credit card, and we pay a minimum of $25 on that one a month as well. And then LVNV is a debt that we have a payment arrangement on for what I owe and for what I owe and for what my husband owes. So we do $157 a month for 12 months for my husband and $123 a month for 6 months for me. My payment will be done in November. His will be done in April, May, one of those. I have it written down somewhere. So these we do have to pay as well. So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add up the $38.95 that my husband puts in plus the $20.40 that I'll be putting in. So the grand total for that is $5,935. I'm going to subtract the bills because all of that does come out of that money. And then I'm going to subtract the groceries and the essentials. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to subtract the debt categories. And once I do that, that leaves us with $210.89. Now, I would love to, okay, so rainy day, let's just grab it. It's right here. Let me get into it. So these are what our categories and Ynab look like. Let me go over to our house. One second. Okay, so let me close out the bills and the income and subscriptions. Okay, so you see here, spend me is groceries, home stuff, which is our essentials. And I do have eat out on here because sometimes we do swipe the joint card when we eat out. And so that's just so I can notate it. Most of the time I just take the money from groceries or something like that. So let me close that up. This is for extra debt. This is Ynab. I guess I didn't explain this. I just grabbed it. This is the Ynab budgeting app. I'm starting to use this. I actually really do like the software. But anyway, so here you see rainy day, and then here you see rainy day. So in the rainy day is our home maintenance and our emergency fund. And so I just put rainy day here instead of right now home maintenance and emergency fund. And then randomness, you'll see here. This is where I put the money that we transfer to sinking funds. Then this is the miscellaneous category, and then that is for our buffer. So currently, this is in our savings account. This is in our checkings, and that's kind of how that goes. So when I put money into randomness, it's to account for any money that I'm transferring from our joint budget to go into sinking funds, any money for a miscellaneous fund, and for our account buffer. And then when I put money in the rainy day, that's for home maintenance and the emergency. So let's hop back over here now that we've said that. We have $210 left. I am thinking we are going to do I don't know. We're going to do 100 to randomness because I do know I want to transfer some money over for our sinking funds. So we're going to put 100 there for now. So then we'll do 100. And then I want to say we will do 50 here to extra debt. That leaves 60.89, and I'll put that towards rainy day. So I do think that's how we'll do that. And then that should zero out all of the joint money. So then I'll come back here, and I have $865 here for my personal budget. And this here is my personal, and this here is my personal. And I'm actually going to add another extra debt here for my personal as well. So then we'll go over here so I can show you guys my categories. In here, cancel, open plans, solo adventures. So here you see offspring, and then I have offspring. This is anything for my children, hence for offspring. Then we have my everyday fund, which is here under variable expenses. That's my gas for the car, any eating out I do, my spending money, which just says blow it, and anything from miscellaneous there. And then we have Save Me Up, which holds some of your basic sinking funds type of things. I have dates, car wash, home stuff. I actually need to remove this this sports and activities. I need to remove that from there. I've been reconfiguring like where I'm holding everything, so I need to remove that from there nonetheless. Car care, hair care, and bulk buy. Then I have a health category, and that's for glasses. You still owe is for like we go to a doctor's appointment and then they send me a bill afterwards. Dental work, because that can be quite expensive. Co-pays, and then therapy. And then Storm, that is our puppy, so I have all the little categories for her. My personal subscriptions, a debt category, holidays, all the holidays, savings for my kids, my savings, and then my randomness. So that about sums that up. So we have $865. And this is for the whole month. And so I do know that everyday expenses, that's going to be my fuel and my spending money and things like that. Okay. So I do 80 a check for fuel. So that's 2 checks. So that's at least 160. And then we still have to include the other categories. So I will probably do 200 here. And then subscriptions. Under my subscriptions, I have, oh, where is my subscriptions, guys? We do have a Sam's Club, pay that yearly, obviously. I have insurance on my children's iPad that comes out of my account. And then this Ynab budgeting tool that I'm using that I will start paying for here soon. So for the month, I will probably add 15 here, and we'll see how that does. Okay, guys. So then I'm gonna hop over here because I do know some of these are set numbers. Like kid savings is going to get 20 because I try to do $5 a check for them. And then offspring, my children. It is August and the kids go back to school this month. I've already gotten school supplies and school shoes. I just kind of need to grab a few more odds and ends. So that's going to be in there. Their allowance is in there. My daughter has a birthday this month. Her birthday's on the 14th, so that's a part of that. So they're going to get quite a bit of money. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so 54 for allowance. Let me see here, guys. I'm probably just gonna do a flat 200 here, and we're gonna see if that's how it ends up being. So let's see where we're at so far. So 865, and then we're gonna subtract that 200, 15, another 200, 20. That leaves 430. And then I do know in randomness, oh, what do I want to do here, guys? I don't know. I didn't put much into my savings last month at all. Matter of fact, I'm not sure I put anything into it. So I do know I want to put some money in future me. And I'm just going to say 30 at minimum because while I am worried about me, I do have other things I need to do a little more. So there's 400. So let me see. Storm, that is our puppy. I'm sure I'll have to buy dog food before this month is out. And we are also wanting to start saving to get her spayed. She will be a year this month actually, and she has not gone into her first heat cycle, which is kind of what we were waiting on before we got her spayed. But I'm sure it's coming soon, so we do need to start putting some money up for that. So I'm gonna do 100 there. Then we have health. Ooh, what do I want to do? Because I do know I'm gonna have to get them some glasses soon. Really soon. I might let's see. What's under my save me up? Let me see if there's anything specific I want to do and save me up. Hair and car mainly. I'm gonna do 120 here. And 80 here so I can start saving for these glasses. Then I have 100 left. And I think I'm going to put it all in randomness, and then my holiday section won't get anything. So let's make sure all of this, let me do this really quick. 865 minus 200 minus 15 minus 200 minus 120 minus 80 minus 100 minus 30 minus 100 minus 20. Yes, okay. So then I'm going to go through, I'm going to add this up, make sure everything totaled out. I didn't really put much toward extra debt like I would really want to in this monthly part of the budget. As we go on and budget for the checks, maybe things will be different. So anyway, let's total this out. 700 plus 100 plus 200 plus 15. 1015 minus 2205.89, 1190, 89. I don't know why I wrote that 8 so big. I normally go from here to debt, so we're gonna stick to that. 1190, 89, 25, 25, 157, 123. 15, 380 minus 1190, 89, 810, 89, 810, 89, 60, 89 plus 100 plus 200 plus 120 plus 80 plus 100 plus 30 plus 100 plus 20. 810.89. So it looks like that all worked out perfectly like it was supposed to. And that, guys, is the monthly budget for August. Maybe I'll get around to doing some more overtime at work or some side hustling. We will see. So maybe some of these numbers will be bigger. I am not sure, but we will pray for the best, guys. So that's going to be it for the monthly budget. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. This is probably longer than I wanted it to be. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sign off. This is the monthly budget for August. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.